Most people misunderstand Etsy SEO because SEO is an outdated term. It means search engine optimization, but the problem is most people no longer search anymore. They did 5 years ago, but not anymore. So you need to understand how to properly approach SEO, because the proper approach to SEO will actually make you money, and misunderstanding it and sticking to the old ways is going to actually hurt your Etsy shop. Now, I know this because I've made multiple 7 figures on Etsy, and I have Etsy shops totaling of over 200,000 sales. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to SEO and selling to your customers. I also consult with top sellers who make 8 figures a year on Etsy. So you might want to watch this video because SEO and the algorithm has changed, and you need to understand the changes to properly approach the algorithm correctly. Now, like I said, nobody searches anymore. That's just how the algorithms work. Go on YouTube and just look at how many times you actively search for something. You don't actually go to the search bar. It used to be where step 1, people go to the search bar, they search, step 2, they click, step 3, they buy. And it was pretty simple. The higher you get to the first page of any small keyword, like in my case, I would sell dog collars, and I wanted to get on the keywords dog collar. It was the best keywords. And you start off with floral girl dog collar. Not a lot of people go to that one, and then you get, oh sweet, I ranked number 1 for personalized dog collars, and then you're like, sweet, I ranked for the best for dog collars. And that has happened to me, and I made a lot of money, and it worked before. Now doesn't work anymore because, like I said, the algorithm has changed because customers are not searching anymore. There is still some searches, but the reason I say this is because you check out the traffic source, you will find that Etsy app and other pages has the most traffic, and SEO is one of the fewest. Even though it doesn't have a lot of traffic, it is still very important. That's why I say you need to approach it correctly, okay? So SEO doesn't exist, but we need to change that word, change the way we call it, and talk about and call it indexing. Indexing means you're now dealing with the algorithm when we're talking about this dirty word SEO, because you're really communicating to the algorithm what your product is, and it's important to communicate correctly to the algorithm. How do we do that? Well, we need to understand how the user behaves, and we understand why Etsy has decided to go with the model of very passive search behavior. So when we do our keyword research, we need to understand there are 3 things we need to look for, right? We do proper keyword research that we're going to target. We're going to be active towards these keywords that we're going to try to fit our product to these keywords. Now, we're not going to rank on them, but we need to properly communicate to the algorithm that we are the perfect product for these keywords. So first, when we keyword research, we need to make sure that there's traffic. We need to make sure that there's urgency. Urgency means you're not buying Crocs. We're not buying pins for Crocs. We're actually buying something like urgent, like, hey, my kid can't go to private school unless they write their name, so trace boards are going to be quite urgent. Or wedding gifts kind of need to happen. You'll be a loser if you don't get the gift, right? So urgency. And the third one is make sure that it's very approachable by you, meaning it's possible for you to enter the market. And that's going to be important. Just look at other sellers across the certain keywords and make sure that more people are winning on those keywords or those products. They're actually selling those products, and that it's not just one, then that wins everything. So you do your keyword research. Again, there's a lot of strategies I teach my students. By the way, if you want to check out and see my free course, link is in the description, and you'll have the option to enter my main masterclass. Hope to see you there. I teach a lot of how to keyword research, how to product research. All of that is highly, highly in depth. There's 10 hours of content of me, of how I was able to grow my Etsy business. The formula, nothing, no rock is unturned. And so you get to access that. So check out the link in the description to get started. So once you've found your keywords, you are now going to be intentional. Let's just assume you found keywords leather wallets and groomsmen gifts, right? That's going to be your 2 big keywords you're going to be targeting. Now, there should be a list of them, right? Some of them are going to overlap, but you find that 2 keywords are very important. Personalized leather wallets and groomsmen gifts is going to be your target. You're a leather maker and you have a personalization machine, or maybe you're outsourcing and doing POD model. Again, link in the description to find out how to set that up. You've decided you're going to do that, okay? What you're going to need to do now, you're going to ask yourself, what kind of gifts do groomsmen want? Now you're going to look through the favors, the kind of favors that those customer types have favorited for groomsmen gift. You're going to see all of that. You're going to do your research, and then you're going to discover that groomsmen dudes prefer a darker leather between a lighter leather. They also want it to be slim and to put in a pocket. They don't carry purses, right? Some dudes carry satchels, but you know what? A debate for another time. But then you discover that they're also going to be putting other materials in the little box they're going to give to their homies. And they're going to have like maybe a switch knife, and they're probably going to have a bottle of whiskey, whatever gift they're going to do. But you know that it's not going to be the only gift, so you can't make it too expensive. So you need to make sure that your product matches that exact purpose, right? You're going to try to sell leather wallets, you're going to sell it to groomsmen gifts. Then you create the product intentionally to satisfy that keyword. Again, we're going to get to that, why that's so important. Then what you're going to do, you're going to create the listing that matches how a groomsman or the dude, what is it named, groom, right? How he's going to be looking for the product. And so you're going to make your thumbnail look with like 5 different wallets with personalization. You're going to make that your thumbnail because, again, you're intentionally trying to rank for those keywords. Right? So when the dude sees, who is looking for groomsmen gifts, he sees the wallets and he sees he can get, many of them for a good price in their personalization. Boom, that is a good that's a good intentionality to your creating your product, because now you're being intentional. You're going to rank for those keywords, but not rank for traffic. But like I said, we'll talk about that. So you intentionally created the product, you created the listing to match the query. This is where we finally introduce the keywords such as, or the words such as, query matching. When a customer comes on the platform and they type in groomsmen gift, if you've nailed the intentionality, when they're going to go past the wine tumblers, they're going to go past the little shot glasses, they're going to come down, they're going to see your wallets, and they're like, that would be awesome. I should get some wallets. I should probably add some other leather stuff to it. Keychains maybe, that'd be perfect. Great, I love it. Oh, maybe a whiskey bottle. Oh, you know what, let's do, and they start to get crazy. But they saw that, and that's exactly what they were looking for. So you've matched the query of, say, one of the customers who actually typed into the search, groomsmen gift, and then when he saw it, he clicked on it and he bought it. So now your query has actually matched. What happens next? The next groomsman or is going to get married or groomed. I keep saying groomsman, but groom. He's going to get married and he's looking for fishing stuff. He's not thinking, he's procrastinating, right? He's looking for fishing stuff, football, whatever, yada, yada. And then Etsy's going to recommend these wallets. Hey, groomsmen gifts. He's like, oh, that's right. Now, the algorithm's going to know that because at some point he looked for, suit clips or whatever. I don't know what those things are called, like cufflinks or whatever you guys, I don't even know what they're called. Let's say he's looked for that in the past, but now he's looking for fishing stuff. And then Etsy will now recommend groomsmen gifts. He hasn't thought about the gifts, but then when he's going to see that, he's like, oh, that's right. I got to get that. I'm getting married tomorrow, right? Obviously, he's procrastinating. But my point is this. The algorithm's going to know what he's most likely going to like. And if it's accurate about your first guy, then it's probably going to be correct about this guy. Now, obviously, it's doing this at scale. But the point is, if you've nailed the serving that original customer that you were intentional with, it's going to apply to many, many different other customers because you've now solved the main problem. You've really appealed the listing to that customer with those keywords at some point. So though your traffic's not going to come from dudes actually searching for it, but you're going to query match on the people that do, and then Etsy is going to recommend that product to other people with similar search history that might not even search for personalized groomsmen wallet. So this is why SEO is important, or I should say indexing is important, because you've communicated to the algorithm, hey, my product is appropriate for these people. It's going to test it out. It's going to have people click on it. And then it's like, yep, you're right. Let's try it with more people. Oh, you're right there. Okay, let's keep going. And then that's how things go viral. It's the first step of going viral. It's that first customer that is going to buy it. Now, that's important for the groomsmen gift, but then you're going to start to search or rank for other keywords like gift for him that you didn't even have in the listing. That's what's called going viral. So your first customer is where SEO matters, but your other customers, when you actually go viral, that's a whole nother customer type that is actually a majority of my traffic. Now, I talk about that in this video, so check it out. Until next time, you guys have a great one.